Good evening, Brian. It's Monday. So I hope you had a great weekend. Mine was pretty good. It was a good mix of productive and still relaxing, which I feel like is what the perfect weekend is. I'm one of those people, Brian, who has a really hard time just being lazy or having too much free time. That's not to say that I am not lazy sometimes. For sure, that is not the case. I definitely am lazy a lot of the times. But I have a hard time with it in that I always feel guilty about not doing the things that I know I should be doing. Sorry, my phone did a weird battery thing. So for example, if it is the weekend and I end up not doing too much with my whole day or part of my day, I usually get really bummed afterwards. Like if I sort of, wake up but stay in bed or sit on the couch until like 12 or 1 and don't really do anything and just play on my phone or watch videos or whatever, afterwards I just feel bad. I feel like I've wasted the whole day. I feel like I haven't gotten the most out of my free time. That's not to say that I don't think that you can have downtime in your free time. I think that you can, but I feel like if you are purposeful with your downtime, that sounds like an oxymoron, but if you mean to say okay, I'm gonna sit down and read, or I'm gonna sit down and watch this TV show, then you don't feel as bad. But it's the things where I don't intend to spend as much time as I spend on Facebook or on YouTube or whatever it is, but I do spend a lot of time on it, and then afterwards I feel like I've wasted it because I feel like I didn't enjoy it as much as I would have if it were something that I had purposefully sat down and tried to do, but at the same time it also took up a big chunk of my day. I feel similarly if I sleep in. I have a hard time sleeping in mostly because usually I almost always feel bad, and again, like I've wasted my whole day if I sleep in too late. Whereas I much prefer to be able to be awake and doing things that I want to do and need to do. And again, sometimes that is things that are leisure things. Like I, on a weekend, might say, okay, I need to meal plan for this week, I need to go grocery shopping, I need to clean the kitchen, but I also really want to read a little bit in my book, and I need to catch them on my YouTube videos. And even the times in there that are downtime, that are time spent doing fun things like YouTube or reading or watching videos or whatever, because I'm meaning to do them and I'm actually trying to be mindfully and actively involved in doing them, I'm getting a lot more enjoyment out of them, and I feel like it's worth the time compared to if I just come home from work and plop down on the couch and before I know it, it's an hour later and all I've done is surf Facebook for the hour. I feel like I haven't gotten anything out of that hour constructively. I feel like I don't feel any better. Didn't really have an enjoyable hour, but an hour is gone nonetheless. So I think that one thing I need to work on is trying to do less of the accidental leisure entertainment activities and more of the purposeful leisure entertainment activities. I need to try to have less instances where I stay in bed on a Sunday until 10:30 because I'm watching YouTube videos, and do more of having those same YouTube videos on while I'm meal planning in the living room. Or I need to do less of coming home from work and flopping on the couch and reading Facebook for an hour, and try and do more of coming home from work and maybe sitting down and reading for an hour as a way to relax and de-stress from the day. But I need to try and work on doing less of those leisure things and more of those enjoyable things. But that brings me back to the point that started this vlog. This weekend was really good in terms of having a good balance of productiveness and purposeful enjoyment and entertainment without a lot of the inadvertent time suck entertainment things. So how was your weekend? Are these things you think about too, Brian? Do you ever feel like you sort of lose track of time and then have wasted your time doing things that weren't really important and that you didn't really get enjoyment out of? And if so, what do you usually do to combat those? I'd love to hear a response, and I look forward to seeing your video tomorrow. Have a good night.